Anyway, it looks like it's going to be Sun, aka Rain, coming out for SKT. Every time I say that, I think it's like a troll. When he first changed his name, I really thought people were just like messing around. Oh, Sun. Anyway, who is his opponent? It's going to be Soulkey. Alright, wow, this should actually be really good. Sun seems to be pretty good at this game. He took out Lee Jae-dong in week 1 with a pretty sick 2-base timing on Ohana actually in PBZ. And Soulkey is rumored to be one of the better players. Apparently he's a Korean Grandmaster on the ladder. He's gotta be at least decent. Although I think so far he's what 1-1 in StarCraft 2. Can anyone confirm? I'm pretty sure he lost the game to somebody, so he's not like the next bone draw or anything. I don't think. Anyway, man, Solo Moot is getting really serious when I called it an all-in last night. I was kidding, dude. I was kidding. Although it did seem kind of semi-all-in-ish. I don't know. I'll learn the builds, whatever. Looks like we're gonna be on Antigua Shipyard. And apparently Best has the best StarCraft 2 record, huh? Why am I not looking at the production bar? Because I'm not used to it being there. Because I'm a brutal commentator, and I still just don't realize that the production bar is there. Because also another thing is, like, normally when I watch games, I watch, like, when I cast Broodor, I look at the minimap 90% of the time. Like, not even an exaggeration. Like, most people watch the normal screen, but it's actually not very useful to look at the normal screen when you're commentating. It's much more useful to watch the minimap. Like, I think Artosis actually even said, pretty famously at one point, like, at one point, when he was, like, really competitive in Broodor, he can actually, at any point, he could, like, you could give him a game, and tell him and show him only the minimap and like what the time of the game was, and he could tell you the supply of both players. Wow. Like, that's how much information the minimap actually gives you if you know the matchups well. So I'm just really used to only looking at the minimap and not the production bar. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'll try to improve that. I know that that's a, you know, it's a, I mean, you know, some people don't like it, but it's a resource. So I might as well make use of it. If it's going to be there and it's going to be open, then I'll use it. Anyway, looks like Prabhu made a pylon at the front of the natural there. He's moving cross map now. Overlord's scanning cross map as well. And yeah, of course we are. Oh, it looks like Gastric for what's his face, Soulkey. He was at 11 of 10 supply there for just a second, so that's interesting. As far as I know, I thought like Zerg players figured that it actually wasn't efficient to go for that, do that Gastric to get an extra drone. Like, I remember in the early days, a lot of people were experimenting. Like, some people would, you know, go up to like do the double gas trick and like get an extra 2 drones before their overlord. But then eventually people just did some calculations, and I'm fairly sure that they decided it wasn't efficient. Like, I remember Sen actually doing it for a very long time, even after people stopped doing it. I think like Day 9 even did a cast where he's like, Sen, stop doing that, it's bad, or something. I don't know, I could be wrong about that. But I don't really see Zerg players doing it nowadays. I mean, I don't watch that many games, but I don't think they do. Anyway, looks like Droney going down here. Oh, kill it! Kill it with fire! Oh, looks like Drone's actually, or Pro Brother's actually just not going to block it. Oh. So once again, we see the Protoss not actually blocking the hatchery and also going for Forge first. I'm fairly certain that was just a 14 pool, although I wasn't really paying attention.
그래서 SCV가 처음엔 당연히 그냥 싸우면 이기는데 뒤로 약간 프로브가 백샷을 하면은 SCV가 잡히는 이런 사고가 발생할 수도 있기 때문에 여러분들이 또 그런 것들 좀 조심해야 되고요.
Alright. Some people says Nest-T still does the gas trick. Well, I guess if Nest-T does it, it must be good. Anyway, one cannon going down is going to make a gateway next. Help wall that off a little bit. He's also built a second pylon on the right side there. It's going to help it wall off. And yeah, otherwise pretty standard stuff so far. I think I see a drone there going over to third base. So Soulkey going for that, you know, fast third, pretty standard. Looks like a random pro guy just chilling at the bottom right, gonna wait and go in for a second scout when he decides it's a good time to do that. It's like double gases being taken by the Protoss, and yep, there is the third base, as you can see, for Soulkey. So, looks like the Nexus is about to finish. First queen gonna run down here to the natural. So I guess the second queen was already started in the main hatchery first before it finished. Pretty standard stuff there. Of course, you use the inject, and then the queen, you know, doesn't have energy, and you're just waiting anyway. So you walk it down to the natural, and so you can get an inject off as soon as that hatchery finishes, rather than having to wait for the for another queen to produce. And meanwhile, like the main base is already finished, so you just make a queen there. Those links should be touching that watchtower. They're not actually getting full vision of anything. They're actually getting very little vision because they're standing right next to those smoke thingies, whatever they're called. Wait, what actually are those things called? Like the vision blocking smoke or bushes or whatever. Does that have a name? It might not even have a name because you can't click on it, right? So what is that called? What do you call that? Those blocky vision thingies. Smoke screens? Smoke screens? Line of sight blockers? I don't know. So anyway, looks like the 3 hatches are up. Still no gas. He's going up to, or rather, he has 29 drones now. Probably going to go up to about 40 drones and then start taking his gases. No, he's actually taking them already. So going up to, I think, only about 35 drones or so, and then double gassing his main. That's fine. And looks like the third gas and fourth gas being taken by Sun. So he's going for some kind of tech here, not going in for any kind of, you know, crazy 6-7 gate all in. And the Overlord of the natural does see that. It's well placed. It is in range of both of those geysers. So he sees the 2 gases of the natural. He's like, okay, it's probably not going to be any kind of crazy warp gate attack. So I'm not going to have to worry about that. Somebody says, apparently they're called sight blockers, and that's what they're listed as on on Liquipedia. So I shall call them that because Liquipedia is always right. And looks like a bit of pressure here from Sun. 2 Zealots and a Stalker going to get taken down by these Lings, but the Lings don't have speed, so actually he's going to pull them back. Going to run back to their mommy, aka the Queen. Meanwhile, Sentry in the main base trying to take down this Overlord. I don't think it'll get it. I think the Overlord will barely escape there. Meanwhile, a few more warp gates in the main. And Blink is actually on the way now. And the Overlord did not see any Twilight Council because it is at the natural. But the second Overlord at the natural is going to come in here. He's going to see the Twilight Council. And he's also going to see that it's blinking and being chrono boosted. So he's going to know something's being researched there. Most likely Blink. I mean, we did see a crazy Charge Lot Archon build from somebody the other day against Shine. I still don't know who that Protoss was, but yeah, it's not very likely. And whoa, hello! It is actually going to be 7 warp gates here. So this is going to be a 7 warp gate Blink attack. This actually looks very much like the build that spoiler alert, Janvi did yesterday in the Ace match against Hiva, and that did not work out well for him at all. Let's see how it works out for Sun. So yeah, he's getting +2 attack. Oh no, he might lose these sentries. Sentries! Whoa! All right, so people are saying in the chat that it's a +2 attack, 7 gate Blink Stalker all in. Nice. He's got a lot of sentries as well. Do you need that many sentries if you've got like mass Blink Stalker? Because aren't you just going to be focusing on just doing good Blink Micro instead? I don't know. Maybe not. I guess we'll see. In the meantime, it's like Ling's running around killing all these proxy pylons, and he's going to get that one. It wasn't even cancelled. Oh, he shows the Blink! Alright, so he shows the Blink. I mean, it was, you know, the what is it called? God damn, not Citadel. The Twilight Council was already scouted, so I'm fairly certain that that Soulkey saw this coming anyway. But let's see what he can do. Note, of course, that this is a must-win game for Soulkey. If he wins this game, we will see an ace match. But otherwise, if this all-in works for Sun, then that's going to be it. SKT will take it. Is it going to work though? He's starting to break down this back door at the third base. The destructible debris is going down. Looks like he's got to keep that pylon alive, though. I think he's just got, that's his last pylon. That's his last proxy pylon. If he loses that, he's going to have to warp in a lot further away. It looks like there is one actually at the top left main, but it's still kind of far. And it looks like Soulkey just really putting the pressure on, trying to take out this pylon. He does have creep all over there, so he's very, very mobile. The units are moving in, and he's going to go for the pylon here. It looks like all the drones were evacuated. He does snipe the pylon, so no more really close warp-ins for Sun. He's going to have to warp them in further away and just move the units in. And meanwhile, it looks like a counterattack actually from Soulkey. Soulkey just completely sacking that expansion, going for a big counterattack. A couple more cannons being warped in, some sentries being made, but that is a lot of roaches. And the Protoss Force is moving back, but it's not nearly as fast. He does have Blink Stalkers, but the sentries will be a lot slower. But no, it looks like some sentries warped in at the natural, going to force field that off. But now there's going to be a big engagement in the middle of the map. There's a decent number of roaches, but there are Blink Stalkers and a lot of sentries. But it looks like the sentries now in front going to start taking some damage. Even if he loses all these roaches, if he can take down all of those sentries, that would be pretty good for him. He should be focusing down the sentries. Looks like didn't quite target down many sentries. There's still 5 sentries left, and actually a lot of these roaches are getting taken down there. Is this the end for Soulkey? He's lost his third base. His roaches are not doing very much here. Sun has just taken almost no damage. Most of his forces are still alive. Oh man, he's moving towards the third base once again. I don't know why, he's already killed that. But it looks like Burrow is actually finished. Burrow has been finished. There is no observer on the map. If you can just like keep them burrowed there and like, I don't know, wait until Sun walks over his forces and just Umbros on top of everything, that'd be awesome. But it looks like Sun's just gonna back up now. He's getting a Robo as well. He's got max energy on that natural Nexus. Clearly not making good use of Le Chrono Boost. But oh, he sees the shadows! He sees the shadows on the ground! Sun was paying attention there. He noticed the burrowed roaches and immediately ran away. Wow, dodged a bullet there. Dude, he saw the shark fin in the water. He panic moded and ran away. Oh, he sees him. He's like, oh shit, run! Oh no, blink away! It's like just loses a couple of stalkers. Did he just shoot his own stalker there? Did he just shoot his own? I think he just killed his own stalker. I think he just killed his own stalker. Wow. Nice. Good job, Sun. Good job. Someone's just like, I mean, I'm too good, man. He's like, Soulkey, I'm too good. I feel bad. Let me just take care of this for you. And he just killed his own stalker. Looks like there's one borrowed Ling there, but it wasn't actually borrowed in the correct place. So it's not actually blocking the Nexus. That is complete fail Ling. Like, that Ling should be denying that Nexus. Although I guess the obs is out anyway, so it's fine. But, that poor stalker, man. Like, cause that was one of the stalkers that blinked away too. So it's like, you know, he's at the edge, he sees all the roaches, he blinks away, he's like, yes, I survived! And then boom, he gets backstabbed by his buddies. Oh, it's terrible. Yeah, it looks like Soulkey trying to take down these this destructible debris at the back of Sun's third. Let's see if he can do some nice multi-pronged attacks here with a third and the natural. Although with Blink, it'll be difficult to make that really effective, I think. The stalkers can just easily shift back and forth. And it looks like Sun doing a nice job splitting his forces there, just keeping things in good positions. And, you know, Soulkey doesn't really have enough roaches, I think, to make this effective. There's a few too many sentries there. So he's just going to have to try and play catch-up. And, you know, with Sun kind of playing defensively now, taking his third, it looks like we're just going to go into a long game here. Sun not going to press the issue. You know, he's happy with the damage he's done. He took out the third base, and, you know, he's got a good Swing Stalker force. He's going to tech up now. Probably getting some more mortals. Going to go up to some Colossi. I don't think there's no Colossi out just yet, and there's no. Where's the production tab? I don't see any Colossus tech in the production tab. Just making more mortals. There are infestors already on the map. We really want some Colossi, I think. I mean, mortals are really good, but you know, once you get into huge max battles, you want a couple of Colossi for that splash damage. And by a couple, I mean a lot. But anyway, let's say Zerg guy's max, but he's maxed on mostly roaches, so it's not exactly the strongest max. And oh, looks like he's going to do the borrow to run away here. The infestors are out. I don't actually know if Sun saw those. Well, now he does. Oh no, yeah, he definitely has. He's got the observer there. I forgot about the observer. But you know, Sun is at 170 supply, so even though he's got like a much better unit composition. I mean, those infestors are nice, but otherwise it's mostly Roach Ling. With good force fields, it'll be difficult for Soulkey to engage head-on, I think. There's a decent number. There's 3 Immortals there, a lot of sentries, a lot of Blink Stalkers. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. And it looks like a bit of a semi-wall in there at the 3rd base. I really like how this observer is just keeping tabs on everything that the Zerg army is doing. And here we go, he's moving in. Oh, he's gonna get 1 infestor trapped. But 5 force fields used to get 1 infestor and I think 1 roach there. Not the most effective use of energy, but oh, the blink forward to snipe the infestors. He gets 2 infestors, I think. Nice move there. Loses only a couple of stalkers. I think that was definitely worth it. Nice little micro trick there from Sun. It looks like a big blink forward. He just wants to go forward here, forcing the engagement. Kind of random force fields. They're not exactly the best force fields, but it doesn't matter. He just has so much stuff. And he is surging forward now. Looks like Sun has decided now's the time. He's at 177 supply. You know, Soulkey's still at max. Soulkey actually sitting on over 2,000 minerals right now. I think he should have tried to trade down his roaches a little bit more, because now he's got to defend with, you know, just mainly roaches, a few infestors. Looks like he's adding on a lot of spine crawlers. Actually, his spire is also almost done. There's no Colossus anywhere or anything though, so he doesn't need to worry about getting corruptors or anything like that. Looks like a few stalkers moving in here to the 3rd base, or rather the 4th base, but they're just gonna blink out. Ooh, a bit of a oh no, I'm sorry. I thought that was a misblink, but actually that stalker didn't use its blink yet. And oh, gonna get those guys caught. The SKT bench there didn't look too happy, even though I mean, he's definitely winning. But oh, huge blink in there. Roaches. They might be forced to engage here. It's actually not the best angle. A huge fungal on the stalkers and a big blink back, but another fungal could be really nice here. The Immortals doing maximum damage in the front end. It looks like, even though it wasn't the best engagement, I think, well, actually it wasn't bad, because Sun was kind of against the wall, so it was hard for him to blink back, but it also meant like he couldn't get surrounded by lings or anything like that. Either way, Sun's still up at 153 supply. Soulkey gonna remax pretty quickly with those roaches, and he's actually just going straight to Broodlords. His Greater Spire is almost complete, actually. He's also getting melee and carapace. I think that's actually, or sorry, no, is that adrenal glands? Is that like the Zergling attack speed, or is that actually +3 attack? I can't even tell. Either way, it's not a roach upgrade. Oh, apparently that is crack. Okay, it's not +3 weapons. Anyways, Roach, Ling, and Fest are just trying to hold off until the Broodlords get there, but it looks like Blink Stalker's moving in once again to the 4th base, gonna blink up there. I think there must be an observer there spotting there or something. I don't know how he got vision up there, but he's going straight for the hatchery. Ling's moving in here. Is it gonna be enough? He's gonna try and micro around and take down the hatchery. The hatchery's at 300 life. I think he's gonna get it. Ling's trying to do damage. Roach is moving in here, but it looks like 1 Stalker is left to finish off the hatchery. The rest of the stalkers abandoning their friends. That stalker was like Bruce Willis in Armageddon. He stayed on the asteroid to blow up the nuke. That guy is a hero. You should make a statue out of that stalker. It'll be like the crystal statue on Cloud Kingdom. Anyway, there's something at the bottom right main there, but it's too small to be a Nexus. I don't know what that is. Is it like a mana pylon or something? Anyway, a Roach counterattack going into the natural here. Blink Stalker's coming in, but oh man, the 3 cannons actually doing a lot of damage here. The Roach is trying to move in here. Run! They might even just burrow now, because there's no observer there. I think it's just burrow. Yeah, doing the burrow. And now the army is just like standing on top of them. Like, come on guys, just try and trample them. Dude, you should be able to trample them. Like, if you have enough... Dude, oh man, how awesome would that be if you could like trample borrowed units with like massive units? So if you have like a bunch of borrowed roaches and like a Colossus steps on them, they die instantly or something. Oh, that'd be sick. Or, like an Ultralisk walks on them, they just all die. That would be awesome. Anyway, the Broodlords are out, but so are some High Templar, and Psionic Storm almost finished. Looks like, I think has +2 armor on the way as well. Sun taking the middle expansion there. And here he's only got a few Broodlords, but he's bringing his Queens forward. He's going to do some transfuses. And there's a lot of Blink Stalkers though. If the Blink Stalkers get under the Broodlords, that'll be bad news bears. Looks like the Spinecrawlers are trying to get in position to defend this expansion. Both players actually going after the middle base, but Ling's moving in here, taking down the Nexus. The Nexus was also not cancelled. Man, I'm actually really happy about... See, in Brood War, it's like sometimes impossible to tell if something's cancelled because there's no indication, but man, I actually like how in SC2 it actually tells you if something's cancelled. Pretty handy, it's pretty handy. Anyway, it looks like some Links also running into the main base here. Soulkey doing some sick counter-attacking. He's going to kill a bunch of these probes. It looks like there's one cannon there, so the 4 Links is going to go after that assimilator. Instead, some Zealots being warped in. But man, some sick counter-attacking, and actually, Sun is mined out, his main is natural, so now he only has his 3rd base. He needs that middle expo as well as his 4th. But I mean, Soulkey's not in much better shape. His main and natural, I think, are getting mined out as well. So he also needs his, 3rd and the middle expo to stay alive. But he's got the Broodlord Infestor composition. He doesn't have many Spine Crawlers underneath to support them. He does have a lot of roaches still. Both players essentially maxed. We are now max versus max. This is turning into a pretty interesting game here. Remember that, at the beginning of the game, it was essentially a +2 Blink Stalker all in. He killed the 3rd, and Soulkey did almost no damage back. So the fact that Soulkey is fighting back so well in this game is really impressive. And it looks like the cannons actually don't quite cover the mineral line of the 3rd base, so these Lings going to deny mining quite a bit here. He's doing the whole position trick to try and kill some extra probes. For you Broodlord guys who don't understand that, if you just hold position the Lings in the mineral line, they won't just run around randomly and attack stalkers or cannons or anything. They'll just keep attacking the probes, and they won't actually bug out. Like in Broodlord, if you try to do that, if you hold position and something attacks you, you don't attack the nearest target that's in range. You just bug out and don't do anything. So yeah, it's quite cool how that trick works in StarCraft 2. Anyway, it looks like the Broodlord's coming in here, and it's going to be interesting. I feel like, just given the architecture of this center, the Broodlords are going to be so good. I mean, you can just kind of slowly move onto the high ground and start shelling that center expansion from the top, whereas the Protoss doesn't quite have anything similar to that. It looks like these Link counterattacks still doing more damage. I mean, only sending in a couple of Lings there to cause the whole army to move back. I mean, I think that's a bit of a mistake from Sun. He actually just moved his entire army back to deal with 4 Zerglings. Like, he should be splitting his dudes up a little bit better. Just blink a couple of Stalkers back and use those to deal with the Lings or something like that. But anyway, it looks like I think both players have started mining from their center expansions or something. It looks like 9 Broodlords are on the field, 8 Infestors against 4 High Templar. Oh, Storm on the mineral line. Just getting a couple of drones. I don't know if that was actually worth it. It looks like he only got 3 or 4 drones there, actually. Using up 150 energy. 2 of those precious Psystorms. I don't know. I think he should be saving them for an engagement. Maybe he had max energy anyway, so he just wanted to just use a couple of storms and then start charging up again. But it looks like he might be engaging here. He's got to be careful. He's going to storm again. He storms the Broodlords, actually. But once again, man, the storm is not doing that much here, and oh man, the Broodling's going in, another storm. The Broodlings actually clumped quite heavily, but some nice transfuses on them from the Queens. Man, somebody tell Sun that these are not Brood War storms. They don't do nearly as much damage. Meanwhile, a Roach counterattack this time. He's been doing Link counterattacks the whole game, but this time it is a Roach counterattack. He's moving back out of range of the cannon. He's moving behind the mineral line. He's doing the whole position. He's going to start taking out all these probes. Sun does not notice it. He's losing a lot of probes here. Sun is actually barely mining as far as I can tell. He's only mining now from the center expansion. He's lost so many probes this game, but his army is still really strong. These Roaches just shooting this Nexus. The Blink Stalker is blinking in, but they just blinked into Roach range. That's not the best decision. This Nexus might even go down here. The Broodlords continuing to force the Protoss army back here. Is he going to be able to get the Nexus? More Blink Stalkers warping in here. It's going to be really close. And there's the Burrow. Is there an observer there? Wait, is there an observer there? Oh no, there's a cannon in range. Oh my god, now, but it's not in range anymore. It is not in range anymore. And I think Sun really needs a mothership right now. He's actually at 196 supply. He can't afford a mothership, but he's actually getting a. Oh no, I'm sorry. He's got a mothership already out. Oh my bad. He already saw the mothership, or sorry, he already got the mothership rather. And it looks like, oh man, can he get a huge vortex on the Broodlords? The thing is, look, he doesn't actually have that many Archons, so he can't really Archon toilet effectively. I think he's only got a couple of Archons. He's getting his Dark Shrine right now. He's getting a couple more High Templar. Looks like one Roach still chilling there at the third base. Some Corruptors, some more Corruptors in production. I think that's +2 air attack for the Zerg. He's got so many Broodlords, but he's got no additional expansion. I think Soulkey really wants to get another base somewhere. I mean, honestly, he actually can get one for free. It looks like he's actually sending Roaches around to make sure that Sun doesn't have another base. But, I mean, Soulkey, I feel like, you know, because he still has a lot of Roach Ling that are pretty mobile. I mean, I'm pretty sure he can just safely take, like, maybe, I don't know, top left main or something, or that 3 o'clock base. I don't know. I think he wants another expansion. The Storm on the mineral line, going to get a few more drones here. The Mothership has enough energy for a Vortex, but he's going to wait for the right time to use it. It's a good idea, because if he uses it too early, and like even if you Vortex the Broodlords where they are now, you can't actually go in and attack it, because there's all those Spine Crawlers and whatnot over there. So it's a little bit tricky for him to do. This is constant skirmishing back and forth, but there the Infestor's going in, a big fungal on the army here. Oh man, is he gonna fungal again? Looks like he doesn't get the second fungal off, but oh, feedback on one of the Infestors. Is he gonna get fungal off? Looks like another feedback going off. There's a lot of High Templars there. He's actually fungaling the High Templars. Man, I think, alright, looks like Protoss has gone down in supply a little bit. He's making more Void Rays. I think he should be making some more Archons here. I think he's still only got a couple of Archons. Looks like he's actually getting +2 air attack as well, and he's got the 4 Zealot drop in the main base. Not really going to do anything. He's going to force a few Roaches back, so that's going to be fine. Looks like the Corruptor's coming over to take care of that War Prism. Looks like one Dark Templar actually warped in here as well. There's no Overseer nearby, so that DP's going to do a little bit, but shouldn't do too much. But more importantly, it is a distraction here from the main engagement, although it looks like it's going to be fine anyway. And now Soulkey is in fact taking that top left main base. This is turning into a ridiculous game considering the opening, which was a Blink Stalker all in. And it's going to be down to the late game here now. Let's see, can Soulkey, if Soulkey wins this game, that would be pretty sick. He was in a horrible position in the early game. If Soulkey wins this game, Sun's going to be kicking himself for not finishing it earlier, but it looks like we are going to have the move in here. Sun has had enough. He's moving in from the left side. There is the Vortex. It's not the best Vortex, though. He gets a few Broodlords, but there's a lot of Broodlords remaining. A huge fungal on the army. There's so many Broodlords left and huge fungals on everything. I think this was a huge mistake from Sun. The Corruptor's coming in. The Mothership is going to go down. I think it has a second Vortex, though. It looks like it might have had almost another 100 energy, but no, Sun is going to get completely demolished on the left side. There are still something like 15 Broodlords in the air. Oh my goodness, look at all those Broodlords. 17 Broodlords out on the map here. Fungals, Infestors, and Roaches underneath to help support them. And now this expansion of Sun is going to go down. He's going to have almost no mining. He's going to be mining from only his third base, which is almost mined out. He's losing a lot of probes. Some Void Rays are coming out here, but a crucial mistake in that big late game engagement from Sun. Didn't get the Vortex he needed off. And on the other hand, Soulkey got some massive fungals, and now he's in huge trouble. Look at that Broodlord Corruptor count. The Blink Stalk is moving and trying to focus them down, but Stars knows that Soulkey is in an amazing position. The Zealots trying to do what they can. Looks like a big blinking underneath, but GG from Sun! Sun, who looks like he had the game in the bag. He took out Soulkey's third base with his Stalkers. He was in the most amazing position, and yet he decided to play it safe, to play it slowly, to take it to the late game, but Soulkey proved to be superior in the late game ZVP. Sun looks so upset there. He knows he had the game, and he gave it away, so we will be going to an ace match, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that, Bisu can't even believe it. He's like, God damn, Protoss is bad in this game. Anyway.